whatever we're able to raise in that effort, we will be able to build new product with.
Cool.
Not just remake, but new product with. So.
Well, and that's kind of where I was going with it. I mean, you've got that back catalog, and you're working on New and Tasty now, which is obviously taking a little bit longer than some of the other remakes you've done.
Well, yeah, because Stranger was, in want of a better phrase, Stranger was a port with a lot of art enhancements and some gameplay enhancements. Where New and Tasty it's from the grounds up.
Right.
There's not. Well, there is one thing we've taken from the original game, a small texture, but that's it. Everything else we've remade from scratch. So it's kind of like Lauren's saying, with each new product we take a bigger risk. So like, the previous two, Munch and Stranger on different platforms, they're just, enhanced remakes, ports. This is a brand new remake from the ground up. We get chances we might do another remake next, or we might just go straight and say, screw it, let's do a completely new thing from scratch,
Sure.
Lauren's got stories, you wouldn't believe. We've got stories he's written down over the years for games which never saw the light of day, even the names and stuff. And, so we could do those. We have this whole universe to play with, and it can be cool.
Kind of we're in this space now where what we're doing is we're building up platform to be able to launch more effectively, more amortizing more technology. So today, look at this as a basic ground starting rule on this. We're building on Unity, the indie engine,
right?
But because it's written in C# and stuff like that, the nature of it seems pretty damn adaptable, pretty flexible. I'm very impressed personally with what is able to come out of it when I see the infrastructure of how it's written.
That seems to be the word from a lot of people.
And what that does is we're building a platformer out of 3D, so it's 2.5-ish D, on Unity. But now, 10 years ago, I would have been told by the marketing forces, the publishers, look, platform's dead. You got to go this way. You got to go that way. Now we go, it doesn't have to sell 10x to move a public company stock, the way we used to get financed. Sell 5x to be valid. We can sell 1.5x. If we return a 50% profit on New and Tasty, and the audience says, we want Exoddus the same way, we will do Exoddus. But it will put us in a spot where we're able to have a team dedicated to that, and the other team's focused on the new stuff.
Sure.
So each of these builds us a little bit of an infrastructure. In this case, having the engine, the technology, all this running on Unity, then Exoddus is kind of a no-brainer. There's a lot of work, but a lot of the platform work will have already been done for us.
True.
And so, but again, we're going to listen primarily to the audience. If they're not saying, we want it, if they say, you guys did a crappy job on that last one, we want a different one, we will be listening, and then we'll be reacting. Cool. But right now, the model is, how do we start smaller on new product and feed it well, learn with the audience along the way as that product is evolving? And I don't mean just in dev, I mean in the market.
Right.
So that's, there's some wisdoms from the Asian space of free-to-play. There's some wisdoms from social gaming. And I'm not saying we're making free-to-play social gaming, but there's some wisdoms there to learn from. And those were, and a lot of that is, get out earlier with something good that's smaller and start listening to that audience faster, and then start refining and growing.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to plant a redwood in the market, full-grown, transplanted, a sapling, and then grow that with the community, and you should be making a lot better decisions that are making the gamers happier too.
Well, I think that's something that really helps you guys out, though, is that you have an existing universe. You have a pretty good installed base out there of fans and community. Whereas, you see a lot of indie devs come out, and they're just kind of throwing something out there and seeing if you like it. So I think that's got to be something that helps you out.
Well, it clearly helps us out, right? I don't think we would have been we wouldn't have been as successful as we've been on digital,
right?
Unless we had that brand recognition. Because I think there's a lot of reasons for that. So we're really lucky, but make no mistake, if we weren't lucky that way by retaining the rights to the brand and being able to do that, we would be doing more of what other indie guys are doing, which is something smaller. Does it have a good kernel to it? Let's put it out and price point is key.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not going to, until we have boom, and we're going for the next triple level, you're not going to see us trying to sell a product for $60.